This is our Bridgeport Milling Machine. It's got a 42-inch table, a variable speed head, and it's fitted with the upgrades of a 4-axis DRO system. It's got X-axis power feed, Y and Z power feed, so it's got everything you could need. It's fully rebuilt, so reground on the X, Y and the Z axis is included. All the gibs are all scraped in, and it's, you know, super tight, just like a brand new machine. It's absolutely beautiful. We've also repainted it in a Bridgeport blue-grey enamel paint, so it's very hard wearing paint. Several coats of that on the entire machine. All the parts are painted individually before they actually put on and put back together again. There's new lead screws in the X, Y and the Z, new nuts of course, and we replace all sorts of parts when we're doing the rebuild process, including all the bearings and belts in the head, the motor. The spindle has got super precision match pair bearings in there. There's just so many parts, I just couldn't possibly list them all. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to run through the machine on a virtual demo, and then please come down and see it for yourself in real life. As I say, it's lovely and smooth all the way across, beautiful. Power feed too is absolutely beautiful. It's got a variable speed system, and it's got rapid override as well. As you take your finger off the rapid, it'll go back to feed again. And it's got safety handles here as well to ensure that no one gets injured by the power feed system. Same with the Y. It's lovely and smooth all the way across. All the gibs have been scraped in. It's absolutely beautiful. And Y-axis power feed, Z-axis power feed, and the X all going together. Just to show you, obviously you wouldn't use that in normal operation, but just to show you that everything does all work together. All the knees been serviced, all the new bearings in there, that's absolutely beautiful. It's all really nice. And there's a spring-loaded system here, again to ensure the handle pops out when the power feed's in place, so that's all safe for you. All the lube's been serviced, new pipe, new distribution valves all in there. There's a new pump down there as well, and further on there's the Z-axis knee scale, the knee scale is underneath there as well. There's brand new light. These are IP65 sealed LED, so they're really nice. So moving on, ensure your guard is closed. And then fire up the head. We're going to test the head and the quill now. And we're currently running about 1100 RPM. And we'll test the quill. So just engage the quill. And see it feeds down. Never engage the quill when it's all the way at the top or all the way at the bottom. It's designed that it can't engage those points. So it just needs to be a little bit off the extremes. You should be able to see it moving on the DRO and the handle coming down. And it's hit the stop now and shut down automatically, which is correct. I'll reverse the feed now. I just took it off the stop so we can reverse it and engage it again. Okay, so we're going to reverse now. See it's feeding up this time. Again on the DRO you should see it moving, which is this scale that's feeding that DRO system. So it feeds up just fine. Once it gets to the top, I'll reverse it again and I'll show you the 3 different feed rates working as well. Okay. Just reversing again. So that's the highest feed rate. So for each spindle speed, you've got 3 different feeds. That's the highest, that's the slowest, and that's the medium feed rate. And back to the highest again. So they're all working absolutely fine. Okay. There's a lock under here as well for the quill. Now we're going to move on and we're going to test the variable speed head for you. Okay, so 1100 RPM at the moment. That's all the way to 3000. That's 2000. And all the way down to 500. In reverse now. This is high range as well. So in reverse, that's 1100. And all the way up to 3000. Back down to 2000. So that's absolutely beautiful and silent. As I say, there's a lot of work, a lot of money in these variable speed heads. There really are an artwork to get right. A lot of new parts in there, all new bearings, all new belts, everything's done. Okay, so we're going to change to low range now. So I just move this handle, the quill handle, out the way, push this handle in, turn around, make sure it's locked in, and then fire up. Here it's just as quiet in low. There's 300 RPM, which is the highest. Middle's about 130, and low, being 50 RPM, is there. In reverse now, I'm just touching the brake just to show you that it does work. 130 and 300, which is the highest. Back down to middle, that's 130 again. Okay, so I'm going to change from low to high now. Before I do that, I'm going to go to the neutral position. So the neutral is just there with the handle pointing kind of towards the table, and the spindle now at freewheels. Okay, so back to high, make sure it's locked in, firing up, and it's lovely and quiet. Okay, just to show you the guards working as well. Okay, so if I put the power feeds on, open the guard, everything shuts down nice and safe for you. Okay, so just before you close the guard, turn everything off, close the guard. You have to reinitialize as it brings on an e-stop condition, and then you can fire up again. There you go. Okay, demo over. Lovely machine, fully rebuilt. Please come down and see it for yourself in real life.